Vallejo or Fairfield, California? Which is the right city for you? You've already figured out that Solano County is the most affordable place to buy a home anywhere in the Bay Area, but like many buyers, you might be confused about which might be the best fit. So today, I'm going to walk you through some local insight. We're going to look beyond the stats to see what those price points are actually going to yield you. We'll talk about desirable neighborhoods, home prices, commute, schools, amenities to make sure you find exactly the right fit for you. Let's get started. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Erika Monroe. I'm a realtor in the Bay Area and I specialize in Solano County. Like many of my clients who are moving from out of county or even out of state, it's very hard to understand the nuances between Vallejo and Fairfield. Starting with price points, obviously where home values and interest rates are, this is of utmost importance. I want to break down some of these stats because I don't think that they're very transparent. On paper, Vallejo is always going to be presented as the most affordable city, but it actually depends on the size of home. For example, for homes between 2,000 and 3,000 square feet, yes, both cities have that large of home on sizable lots and within a reasonable price point, unheard of compared to the rest of the Bay. In Vallejo, the median sold price was $700,000, and that would have bought you a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,300 square foot house on a 7,000 square foot lot. Well, Fairfield, for the same stats, homes between 2,000 and 3,000 square feet, the median sold price was $735,000, so $35,000 higher than Vallejo. It actually yielded you a very comparable house, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,368 square feet, so 68 square feet larger, on an 8,000 square foot lot, so 1,000 square feet larger of a lot. $35,000 equates to about $250 more a month in a mortgage you'd pay for Fairfield versus Vallejo when the houses are very comparable. However, if you look at houses that are 1,900 square feet and less, it turns out that Fairfield is actually a better value. Even though the recorded median sold price is lower in Vallejo than it is Fairfield, the house that you'd be able to buy in Fairfield was consistently about 200 square feet larger than the houses sold in Vallejo. Then you'd have a lower price per square foot in Fairfield than you would Vallejo. So technically, Fairfield was the more affordable option for a smaller house, even though the median sold price doesn't reflect that. One exception for pricing is new construction. Vallejo has one new construction community. It's Cascade at Waterstone, located right on the border of Benicia. Cascade begins at $850,000 for a very expansive home, and they range up to over $1 million. In Fairfield, there are a plethora of new construction communities, most of which are priced at the upper 600s to low 700s to north of $1 million. So if you're interested in new construction specifically, there's a lot more competition between communities, so you might be able to get into a new home for less than you would in Vallejo. Moving on to home styles and neighborhoods, if you like a nice variety of home styles, maybe you love the Victorian or craftsman look, or perhaps you love the modern look of tract homes, Vallejo has it all. Some notable neighborhoods that'll give you an idea of home styles. Glen Cove is one of the most popular neighborhoods in Vallejo. It's tucked down by the water. It's going to give you a quaint feel very similar to Benicia. These homes are going to be 80s and 90s tract home style on larger lots. Many of them have 1/3 of an acre. Many have water views or views of the rolling hills. A far contrast from that is the Vista neighborhood, which you're going to see some incredible custom homes, typically built in the early to mid 1900s, from smaller bungalows to stately homes. It's really fun to drive through this neighborhood. If you are an architectural buff, this neighborhood might be a great fit for you. And going from the oldest homes to the newest homes, again, Cascade at Waterstone. What I love about these homes, they actually answer the needs of today's buyers. For example, there are floor layouts that offer a next-gen suite, which is essentially an apartment within a home. You could rent that out for additional income or to help offset your mortgage, or it's great for multi-generational families. Moving on to Fairfield. Fairfield's also going to have single-story ranch-style starter homes. You'll also have some townhouses, condos, plenty of tract homes in the 90s and early 2000s. And like I mentioned, lots of new construction. You have some master plan communities such as One Lake. They have park-like amenities. There are a handful of different builders within this community, and homes range from townhouses, condos, to expansive single-family homes. There's a mile-long trail that you can walk around this man-made lake. There's going to be pools, dog parks, a state-of-the-art fitness center. This is really a community within itself. You'll also have neighborhoods or communities such as Cordelia, which will offer you both new construction as well as resale and much more established homes. The Enclave is the luxury community that just launched its reopening. These houses are going to start in the 900,000s and surpassing $1 million. Fairfield also has some luxury gated communities such as East Ridge, located in Green Valley. You're going to see custom homes on expansive lots. If you're looking for privacy, enormous houses, you have a budget of at least $1.6 million, then East Ridge could be a very interesting fit for you. Let's move on to location and commute. If you're having to commute to San Francisco or the East Bay, Vallejo is arguably going to be the most convenient. You have easy access to any freeway from anywhere in Vallejo. Vallejo also has the Vallejo Ferry, which drops you right into Embarcadero. It's a 1-hour ride. It's no traffic, very stress-free. There's no access to BART directly from Vallejo or Fairfield, but Vallejo does have Soltran, which has a main hub near the marina, and that'll take you on an express route to BART. Now, Fairfield, it really depends on where you're commuting from. As mentioned, Cordelia is the most commutable location because of the easy access to the freeway. But if you're commuting from, let's say, One Lake versus Cordelia, your commute time in the best case scenario would be 15 minutes longer to get to One Lake. But typically we see traffic, we see accidents, so that could easily grow to 30 minutes. And if you're adding 30 minutes to each side of your commute, that could be challenging. Fairfield, however, is located equidistant from Sacramento and San Francisco. So if you have spouses that are commuting in opposite directions, this is often a really great hub. Fairfield is also very popular among the military. We have Travis Air Force Base located on the east side, so Fairfield is a great commutable hub for a lot of military families. While Fairfield does not have direct BART access, there is the Amtrak, Fairfield-Vacaville Station, and Sassoon-Fairfield Station, which can connect you to some BART lines. Let's move on to amenities. Both cities have really incredible access to outdoor spaces, and there's no shortage of golf courses. In Vallejo, you'll have the Arnold Palmer designed Hidden Brook Golf Course. You'll also have Blue Rock Springs Golf Course. There's Hans Park. There's Lake Herman, which is technically Benicia, but it's right on the border. Same with Benicia State Park. Both have some great walking and hiking trails and easy access from anywhere in Vallejo. For Fairfield, you're going to have Rockville Regional Park. You're going to have One Lake with a 1-mile loop walking trail. You'll also have Peña Adobe, which again, technically is Vacaville, but right on the border, so easy access for anybody living in Fairfield. Fairfield also has wine country in its backyard, and a lot of people aren't aware of the Sassoon Valley. There's some beautiful wineries. Camus opened an incredible facility there a few years ago. You don't have to commute to Napa to get some world-class wine. As far as shopping, Costco is going to be the main retail hub for Vallejo, and in fact, Costco is reinvesting more money into Vallejo. They're creating a state-of-the-art warehouse. They just broke ground right on Admiral Callahan. In Fairfield, you'll also have a Costco in Green Valley. You'll have Trader Joe's and Solano Town Center, which has some retail shopping, some big box chains, as well as some popular chain restaurants. Speaking of restaurants, both cities are going to have access to plenty of small, independently run restaurants. You have some chain restaurants as well. A lack of fine dining for sure compared to San Francisco or the East Bay. Definitely check out Michael Waring in Hidden Brook if you're looking for an incredible dining experience at an affordable price, especially for what you get. Let's talk about schools. Unfortunately, I'm very limited in what I can say about schools because my personal opinion should have no impact on you and your decision. What I can share are resources that I rely on. Greatschools.org and niche.com are two great resources that have been really helpful for my clients. They share rankings based on test scores, inclusivity, There are actual reviews from students and parents who have attended those schools. I definitely recommend doing your due diligence. Both range significantly depending on where you're looking. So really hone in if schools is what's of utmost importance to you. Make sure that you understand those boundaries because they could be ever changing, and schools in districts can vary widely as well. I've included several links below which cover specific neighborhoods in each city as well as the pros and cons of each city. I'm of course here to help, and I would love to welcome you to Solano County.